So only one quarterback hit, no sacks. What does a performance like that kind of feel as an offensive lineman, leaving the game knowing your quarterback basically went untouched the whole game?
Yeah, we're super proud of it. Being the first time we've got to play a full game together as a line with all the different pieces we've added and how we've grown, and I think in our heads, in our communication leading up to the game, we were kind of curious on how things were going to go, or how we were going to each other were going to play, because you have to feel that out, not just in camp and joint practice and preseason game, but in real game situations. So I think we answered a lot of questions as a group on how, as individuals, we do things and how that fits together as a unit.
So 200 yards rushing the first game after Liam Cohen spent the entire offseason talking about toughness and running the football. I mean, is that the best? Could you answer that any better than that?
Yeah, again, another thing I think we're super proud of. We played physically. We played with really good technique a lot of the time. I mean, there's a ton of stuff between all five of us, and a team, a unit, an offense, everything to clean up. Always going to be. But the physicality we play with, the togetherness we play with as a group and as an offense, getting to our guys, picking up the backs. I mean, that stuff shows on film, and we take that super seriously, and we think it's very important to be the ones helping our backs up, getting to those guys. Like, it's a team effort. They're running, we're blocking, but at the end of the day, we get back in the same huddle, and we gotta go do the next one.
When you're talking about establishing a culture of toughness, it generally falls to the offensive line to be the ones that kind of create that, right?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because everyone plays differently. I play with guys who, you talk about playing with an edge, that meanness, that kind of prick to you. Not everyone plays like that. You look at guys like Zach Martin. Zach Martin played 10, 11 years of unbelievable football, Hall of Fame level football, first ballot. And he played hard, he played tough, he played fast. But he was here all the time. Super steady, same guy every day. So as a group, I felt like we did that, and we established that toughness, and now we have it to grow off of, and kind of be more physical, more tough, and continue to grow on that front.
How much of a confidence builder can it be to get one win under your belt early in the year?
It's a great start. It's a really long season, and then you kind of come back today, learn from it, and as soon as tomorrow happens, that's gone. It's pretty much gone. You're back to trying to be 1-0 this week. So you take what you can from the game, which is a lot always, win or loss, no matter what. You'll be able to take a ton. As a group, the coaches get a ton out of it, and we get a ton out of it technique-wise and what we can do. But you always got to start. You got to start back over 17 times and just try to keep building.
Did guys come to you and go, "Hey, Liam, what's he going to be like on game day? You think he can handle this?" That kind of stuff. Did they kind of pepper you with questions about him?
No, I wouldn't say so. I think he's done a great job. Liam has done a great job establishing the culture he wants, trusting us as men and as players to be professionals, and in turn we tried to return that to him by doing what's required of us, doing what we're supposed to do all the time. So I think in the short amount of time we've all been together, a level of trust has been built, and people saw like what he did in Tampa last year. So there's idea that this can be us too if we do everything right. So trying to give back the trust to him that he gave to us and let it come together like it did.
Didn't seem like he was in here earlier talking about, I'm really happy for the guys. It didn't seem like, he was, I don't know, like too impressed with getting a first win. You know what I mean? He was more concerned about with you guys. But what do you think it meant to him to get that first win in his first game as an NFL coach?
I'm sure it meant a ton, but if I know anything about him, kind of like what I said just now, it's great. Super happy about it. Enjoy it because it's hard to win in this league. But just about now, 3 o'clock today, we got the Bengals.
How about Brenton Strange in the blocking game? What does that do for this offense?
Unbelievable. That was a lot of fun to watch. Watch it on film. That kid plays so hard. Run game, pass game. I mean, he blocks his butt off. He's down the field catching balls. He's a real weapon for our team. And I felt like I noticed that in camp a lot. I mean, being new here, a lot of people knew what Brenton Strange was about. I did not. And getting to see that yesterday, live and in person, I mean, he's a weapon.
First full game with Trevor, just what was that communication kind of like throughout the course of everything?
Very smooth. Didn't didn't come up, so that's a good thing. You know, it was just we were just rolling. We had so many reps from the beginning of April to now. I mean, I think we all feel super comfortable in that huddle with him leading us. So it was excellent.
What's there to clean up?
Lots, always lots. Penalties for sure. Too many of those. A couple pre-snap, a couple holds. Offensively, I'm talking about obviously, but very controllable things. There's always going to be a multitude of technique and fundamental things to clean up, especially on the offensive line position. So talking about that group, there's so many variables every play, and you have to do so many little things to make the block correctly. Feet, hands, eyes, and adjusting to what the defense does, because they're not just standing there either. So coming off that win is great. You love to coach off wins, and you love to learn off wins, because it feels good. Like I said, it's hard to win the NFL. But you can't get lost in the fact that there's so much more that we can do, and so much better. How much better we can be as an offensive line group, as an offense, as a team. Those are the things. Chasing those things are what's going to make teams great.
Are the controllable things like penalties and hand placement and technique easier to fix than some of the uncontrollable things?
I mean, yeah, if it's out of your control, how could you fix it? But really, everything is in our control. I think, you know, like pre-snap, that's us. It's communication. That's just being locked in. Holding, like I had my hold, that was a little too far. Try to get back to the backer, but I just shouldn't have put myself in that position in the first place. So you take it, and then when that situation comes up again, you remember that the first time and adjust accordingly.